Cool. So yeah, this is going to be the reception room. So you're going to walk straight in off King's Arms Path, and you'll be greeted by somebody sat on reception here. So we're going to have TVs on the wall. There'll be information here about the business, potentially information about our local businesses that we're partnered with. We're going to have double doors just here so people can see in, see what Workshop's all about, and then you'll step down into the main room. So yeah, we've got a big shutter here that we're going to be keeping, but we're going to be boxing that in from the inside. So from the outside, the shutter will still be there. People will be able to see what this was before. But from the inside, we're going to have a big sheer wall here. So we're going to have desks against there, high tables. And then around this area, we're going to have some dedicated desks for some of our guests. Come through into what will be our meeting room. So this used to be a step through into our premises next door. This is going to be a meeting room that's available to guests of the workshop, but also to local businesses as well. So they'll be able to use this, and it gives them a bit of a feel of what it's like to work in here as well. So from the outside, this is going to be, it's going to be all panelled around here. So it's going to look industrial, but it's going to fit in nicely with the rest of our decor.
So this here could be an area where people can be chilling throughout the day. It could be some sofa areas, some more relaxation area. Where we're here up against the toilet wall, it will be another area to work. There'll be some benches that run the whole way along and part of the sofa too. The whole back perimeter of the wall, where you can see the 40 running all the way up to the exposed brickwork, will also have benches for people to work at. Just in this corner, just here, there will be 3 on-air and off-air meeting pods, which will be, they will be available to all tiers within their membership scheme.
Ultimately, what we need to have is different, like segregated zones. So, for example, over there is going to be a relaxed area where you can sit with a coffee, have a chat, have your laptop out, kind of just be chilling. You've got your booths over here where if you need to take a phone call,
you wait for the booths here, kind of thing.
And then over here, where it's the furthest away from where all the foot traffic is going to be, you're going to have, like you said,
as well, so it's good.
No one's going to be coming over here. You could have your banks of desks. So up against the walls, the bank of desks. And then obviously the desks up against this area here. This is going to be the main work zone. But the difference is for dedicated desks. So you're going to have, let's say you come in 5 days a week. Your laptop will be, you'll have your own screen. If you bring personal effects in, they'll stay on that desk. They'll have a cupboard. It'll be a lockable cupboard so they can leave their laptop.
Safe.
And I spoke to Tyler about having that electrical feed spur off enough that there could be a plug point in the cupboard. So if I go home at night, put my laptop on charge and lock it away, then I can be confident that it's going to be safe. And then the rest of it is as and when you come, hot desk. So if you come and there's nothing free here, there'll be something against that wall. If there's nothing against there, you'll have seats in the cafe, you'll have seats up against there, or you sit on the sofa. And then it'll be self-contained in these 2 booths. So you'll have toilet, sink, mirror, door. You won't have a communal sink area. So everything will be in that corridor, and then disabled toilet in the end here. And then around this area is probably not going to be a work area because there'll be a lot of traffic to the toilets, but you're going to be, I suppose that's going to be the edge of the coffee area, isn't it? So
that'll be quite high.
It's going to be, well, if you think if I'm up here overlooking the rest of the workshop, and you're going to have like a balustrade against there.
And then you walk in up this way, which will be up via like a ramp.
God, he'll kill me if he sees me doing that. The idea with that is, though, if you think that's segregated off as a workspace, even just with this up, you get like a feel for this being a separate not business,
Whole
but
separate entity.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is the coffee shop. This is the social
Yeah.
up here. And it's a big, big area.
Yeah.
And so you're going to have effectively,
It'll be an area to work still. You'll still
Yeah.
have some benches maybe up from where you're going to keep, and then up by the back wall, you'll probably have people working there too.
and some tables.
Maybe some tables, yeah.
Like some
benches.
tables of 2 and tables of... Yeah, this, like, genuinely, this actually is way bigger than I thought it was. I think now that
You're getting
everything's...
30, 40 bums there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just in this coffee area.
So the idea is that it will be kind of like a horseshoe shape. So high table unit that goes all the way, probably about halfway down this deck. Like,
And so you bowls.
yeah, bulgur wheat, chicken, harissa. This is just me like ordering what I want to eat.
Yeah.
This isn't a guarantee.
It'll be probably the busiest part of the whole workshop itself.
Yeah, and the beauty of it is that once that's all finished and set up as like a horseshoe of, what do you call it, like a high counter, stools all around it, you'll have this gap through the middle of it, so that when we do partner with any local businesses and they want to do workshops, like floristry workshops, coffee workshops, all sorts, they can do it. They can teach from the middle. They'll have all this space around them, and then, like you said, there'll be different types of seating for people
Because
to
we do
come
want
up
it
here.
to be a rentable space
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
To not just be operational up until 6, 7 o'clock. We do want it to be a rentable space.
well, that's the whole. But it'd be silly to have a beautiful building.
Yeah.
Like we're keeping everything open up here so that it can keep the industrial appearance of it.
As high as you can see is going to be the height of the ceiling.
Yeah, well, I mean, when we first had builders coming around it, and they were talking about putting a suspended ceiling in, and then it just becomes like any other office. So people will come in and be like, "Why is it called workshop?"
Yeah.
Whereas now you can see exactly what it used to be.
Oh, you can.
But every time I stand in here, it feels like intimidatingly big.
It's not even that big. It's not. One sec.